When you have a lot of responsibilities, you cannot afford to think small. When the master came back, he said, well done, thou good and faithful servant. He said, you have been faithful over a few things. I will make you rule over many things. Enter into the joy of your Lord. Because he doubled his investment, he was made ruler over many. Excuse me. Be careful so that you don't justify that you cannot expand, improve, or enlarge. It's called a poverty mindset. Don't be afraid to think big. I love the story of Peter. He saw Jesus walking on water and he was afraid. Everybody was afraid. But Peter said, Master, is that you? He said, if that's you, bid me come. I can imagine his eyes when he said that. And Jesus said, come. And he began to walk on water. Listen to me. I've made many investments in life and I've lost many. But there are some ones that have made good returns. And those ones have kept me. If I remember anything about investment, it's the ones that I made good returns from, not the ones that I lost money from. I would rather walk on water, and even if I sink, let Jesus save me, than stay with him and stay in a boat with a bunch of 11 people who are going nowhere. Because this life, you only live it once, I'm telling you. There is nothing called a rerun in life. It's the real thing we are doing. And time is not on anybody's side. Number 5, world principle, is that you must focus on opportunities more than obstacles. You must focus on opportunities more than obstacles. The other 2 servants, they looked for opportunities. They grew their money, while the one with 1 talent, he focused on obstacle. He focused on the character of the man that gave him an opportunity. You know, the problem these days is that we see more obstacles than opportunities. And opportunity is a stepping stone to greater things. Even obstacles are stepping stones to higher ground. Ecclesiastes 9:11. Solomon said, the race is not to the swift, nor battle to the strong, nor bread to the wise, nor riches to men of understanding, nor favor to men of skill, but time and chance happen to them all. If you keep on focusing on the obstacles, you will not move. You will not go ahead. In Mark chapter 2, I love the story of this story. Mark chapter 2, 4 friends, they brought a paralytic man to Jesus. And the Bible says that when they got to the gate or to the door, there was no room. But these people decided to go to the rooftop. The poor-minded man would have said, didn't you see the crowd? There were too many people there. He would say, there is no chance of making it inside. The line is too long. I'm going home. I cannot be using old age to read. Really? But the rich sees potential growth. The poor man sees potential loss. The rich man focuses on the reward. The poor man focuses on his risk. What if it doesn't work? How about what if it works? The middle class one says, I hope it works. But the wealthy mindset said, I know it will work because I'll make it work. They all have confidence in their abilities and creativity. Many people are always saying that they are waiting for an opportunity, they are waiting for an opportunity. In actual fact, they have seen many opportunities, it has passed them by. They're just stalling. I cannot begin to tell you how many opportunities I've lost. It pains me till today. And I'm saying, oh my God, I wish I had known about these principles. But there were many I was able to take also that worked out well for me. I pray that as you take advantage of opportunities that come before your way, you will make a way for yourself and your family. Well, principle number 6. You must determine to admire successful people. Learn from them and don't resent them. You must determine to admire successful people. Learn from them and don't resent them. The question I asked about this man with talent, one talent, is that could he not have made friends with the other guys? When he saw that these people are doubling their investment, could he not have made friends with them and say, how are you doing it? How are you doing it? Rather than make friends with them, he was playing Lone Ranger. You know, in my culture, people always question how you made your money. And it's amazing that people question how people make their money. You say, maybe he's doing smuggling. Why don't you go and try smuggling and see how easy it is to smuggle? Maybe he's printing money. Oh, why don't you go and get a printer and print money and see how easy it is to print money? The Queen of Sheba concerning Solomon, he said, I'm going to go there, I'm going to check out this man's wisdom. I've heard so much about it, I'm going to go and check it out. When she went there, she went with gifts. And she said, my God, what he has and his wisdom is even more than what I've had concerning him. There is something called the law of association. When the scriptures say iron sharpeneth iron, if you walk with the wise, you'll be wise. If you walk with the foolish, you will suffer from there. May you not suffer. She gave gifts. In giving that gift for me, it showed the state of mind of the Queen of Sheba. There are too many of us that we go around with rich people, people that God has blessed, and we want them to pick up the bill every time we go out to eat. Why don't you pick up that bill? It's a poverty mindset, always looking for someone to pay for you. Pick it up. Say, oh, don't worry, sir. I can pick up this one. I can pick up this one. Esau said to Jacob, he said, what is all this that you brought? He said, it's to appease you. Jacob was saying. He said, keep what you have. I have more than enough myself. There are some people that they will never put their hands in their pocket to bless somebody, especially somebody that they believe has more than them. It's a poverty mindset. Is an equal opportunity. Giving is an equal opportunity. Because it comes from the heart. It comes from the heart. There's a man in my city. He's a big man of God. So I sought him out. I just wanted to learn from him and to glean from his wisdom. And we agreed for a few months that we'll be meeting once in a month or something like that, have lunch. The first meeting we had lunch, I told him, I said, I'm going to pay for this. So you are not the one. The man could pay for it times over. But I insisted I must play. Because I wanted to glean from him. The man told me a story. He said, some years ago, he was asking God, make me a millionaire, bless me. And God said, how many millionaires do you know? He said he thought about it. He didn't know any. He said he knew what God was saying. So he invited some millionaires in the city. Because people knew him, he was pastoring a big church. They were shocked that he was inviting them for lunch. And each time, he paid for the lunch. And he was asking them, how did you make this money? What did you do? What did you do? How did you do it? What are your challenges? How did you overcome them? 1 hour they gave him. Stop resenting people. You say, oh, the church is large because they are not preaching the whole Bible. They are not preaching the whole gospel. Really? Which one are you preaching? Half or 1/4? Let's honor people that are doing well. I have some friends that God has blessed. They occupy a position of authority. When I see them, I honor them. I honor them. I don't disdain them. I honor them. They are my friends. I honor them. Because I'm telling you one thing. If you stay around them long enough, you will learn 1 or 2 things. Number 7, world principle. You must focus on your strength more than being a jack of all trades. Focus on your strength. Everybody has one thing or the other that we are good at. You can't be good at everything. I have seen people trying to save money and they go and do home improvement in their homes. They go and do some things in their bathrooms and they have no clue just because they are trying to save money. Eventually they pay double. Focus on your strength. Invest in businesses that you know what they are doing. Or you get a good mentor that can mentor you. This is different from what we have an idea about. David, when he showed up at battle, he understood spirit warfare. He understood what it is to battle an enemy. He said, I've killed the bear, I've killed the lion. He said, this one, the Philistine, he said, I'll bring him down. There is a way you improve on your strength that your weaknesses does not matter again. It's important. What do you love doing most? What do you love doing most? Focus on it. I've always had a mindset of business. I've always believed that life is filled with people who are selling and who are buying. Some, they are selling an idea. Some, they are buying the idea. Some, they are selling goods and products and services. Some, they are buying goods and products and services. I've always believed in that thing. And I started a long time ago. When I was in high school. I used to stand between two groups of people. The one who can cut grass and the one who cannot cut grass. But the one who can cut grass needs extra food. So I'll talk to the people who cannot cut grass. Give me your Sunday lunch and somebody will cut your grass for you. By the time I hand over to the guy who's going to cut the grass, I've taken my commission on it. What's my commission? An extra food. And I'll give him one less food. But I also give him an additional grass to cut, which is my own. I'm telling you, if you get this mindset, you will realize that there is nothing. What you think is not worth anything, some people are looking for it to pay money for it. How come they are looking for trash all over in China? Because they can make electricity out of trash. Trash that you have discarded. Some people are making electricity out of it. Number 8, world principle. You must constantly learn and grow. But poor people think they already know. I don't ever argue with people who think they are always right. It's not worth your while. It's a waste of time. But if you are not as successful as you would like to be, it means there are things that you don't know. And once you are open, constantly learning, there is no way that you will not get better. The challenge in the world we live today is that if you are not constantly learning, you'll be left behind. If you are not growing, you are dying. And it's the same thing for any organization. To get paid the best, you must be the best. Take advice from people that know more than you. Don't take advice only from friends that are as broke as you are. Look for people to mentor you. Look for books to read. Listen to news that will motivate or challenge or inspire you. Train your mind to work for you instead of against you. Train your mind to work for you instead of against you. Robert Allen is an author. He said, no thought lives in your head rent-free. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. If you leave negativity in your head for a long time, it will affect the way you do things and what you do. It's time for you to open up your heart to want to learn more so that you can grow more. Because if you are not growing, you've got to go. After a while, the organization you are working for will look for younger people, more energetic. They will pay them less, and then they will fire you. So, you better make sure that you are relevant in the scheme of things. You can't start as a church and get to a point and say we know everything. You stop growing. I've seen many organizations who have refused to listen to people, and they started losing them. It's time to start growing. I know you're already growing right now, but who says you cannot grow more? One thing I love about the nation America is that as grown as it is, as big as it is, number one economy in the world, but they are always striving to do more, to do more. Have you looked at iPhone, Apple? They are inventing, they are producing iPhones almost every year. iPhone 1, iPhone 2, iPhone 3, iPhone 13 or something they are at right now. And there's something that they are doing more to it. They're growing it. They're growing it. They have Apple Watch. They have iPad. They have the Mac. They have so many other things. May I say something about Samsung? They're always growing. They're always growing. If you are wondering, why are people not patronizing you or coming to your church or taking a second look at you? Maybe you are not growing. You stopped growing. Maybe you used to grow, but you stopped growing. And the moment you stop growing and you stayed long on that plateau, the next day you are coming down. I pray that you don't come down. But it might be inevitable if you stop growing. You have to challenge yourself and say, is this the best that I can do? Is this the best that this organization can do? Is this the best my marriage can be? Is this the best that I'm giving to my spouse? Once you challenge those kind of thoughts and mindsets, you find out that you keep on changing them one by one, one by one. I hope you have been blessed with this teaching. And I want you to know that when next we see you, I'll see you at the top. If you have been blessed and you want to say a word to us, you can just send a message to us. info@alphaleadershipconference.net. info@alphaleadershipconference.net. And we'll be glad to receive from you. When next I see you, I believe I'll hear a testimony of great things that the Lord is doing. God bless you.
The message you just listened to is brought to you by the friends and partners to Line Crosses program. To become a partner or sponsor of this program, send us an email at info@jesushousebaltimore.org. You can also contact us at www.alphaleadershipconference.net or simply call us on 410-521-4783. And you can make your contributions at Zenith Bank PLC, Elroy Media account 101-767-5913. 101-767-5913. God bless you.